right. Oh man.
There should always be
audio trouble with everything that we do. That's the most important thing you can have is bad news.
Yeah.
Okay, that is sweet. So you guys hear me, and everybody can hear me right now, and all I'm trying to do is set it up so that Thordur can see us and we can see him.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we are talking very, very far away. Does the internet know that you're far away when you're doing this?
No.
I believe there's a slight lag, isn't there?
Oh, so it's like when you're asking somebody, like a reporter, when they ask a reporter, Donna, does the team want to win? And then she pauses, and then she says, yes, they do. Yes, they do. They want to win. And
Yeah.
you're like, wow, that's great.
How far is Iceland exactly from where we're at? I mean, I didn't Google it, but I mean, it's got to be.
Iceland's like 5 hours. It's a 5-hour plane ride. Have you ever been to America, Thordur?
Yeah, quite a few times.
Oh, great.
Oh, cool. Okay.
What part, if you don't mind me asking?
I've been to the East Coast.
Okay.
I've been to Boston, New York, and Nantucket. I also went to Seattle, and then last time, me and my wife went to Chicago.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's actually more places than me, and I'm from here, so that makes me.
Yeah,
feel...
that's where we are. You know what, Thordur? We're in Chicago. You might have passed my house up. You know what? If you saw me, whatever I was doing, I didn't mean to do that. It was an accident. Yeah. Yeah, it's not typical. All right, so let's go ahead and get this. We'll go ahead and get this train wreck started.
All right.
Okay. Hey, everybody. My name is Matt, and this is the Real Three Idiots podcast. With me, as always, is the bearded genius, Mark. This is what
this is your cue to.
That's when you talk,
speak.
Mark. Yeah. Yes. You know this is an audio podcast.
Yeah, I do have a beard.
Okay.
All right,
yeah, bearded genius. Okay. All right. We also have an unbearded, ungenius Teddy. Teddy?
I was going to try to think of something clever to say, but I can't, so I'm just really looking forward to our guest. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, me too. Okay, so our special guest comes to us, and we kind of gave it away already, from Reykjavik, Iceland. Okay, his name is Thordur Thordanson. Am I saying that right?
Close enough. It's Thordur Thordanson.
Love it.
Oh,
nice.
Man, I will. You know what? See, it's like that, and like I can't roll any R's. I can't do any of that stuff. So okay. So Thordur, do you have a nickname? Do they shorten your name up at all?
Yes, actually, Dotti.
Oh, that helped a lot.
You say Totte?
Yeah, there's Dotti.
Okay,
Yeah,
Totte.
just like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm gonna start calling myself that, by the way, just because it sounds cool.
Okay, so
Well, Matt thought that you would go by Thor.
No,
That's what you said. I bet you he goes by Thor. I hope his nickname is Thor.
Thordur. No. Totte? I'm just going to call you Thordur. Okay, so no, I was hoping. I said I wanted a friend whose name was Thor. I thought that would be awesome. Yeah, but we won't do that because that's not cool. That's kind of seems sort of, I don't know, Icelandic racist. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so Thordur is coming from us, like I said, from Reykjavik, Iceland, and Thordur runs and this is the greatest thing that I have ever heard of in my life, the Phallological Museum of Iceland. And for everybody who doesn't know big words, Thordur, what does your museum do?
We specialize in acquisition, collection, presentation of phalluses, penises. We're a penis museum, basically.
That is the greatest. That is the greatest phrase. Listen, no matter how long we do this show, if we do it for 20 years, that will be the greatest thing that has ever been said on this show. There is no doubt about it.
Well, it makes perfect sense when you think about it, because every male has one since the beginning of time. So it's only fitting that there should be a homage to
the penis,
the follicle member.
And now, Thordur, I'm pretty sure you know this. But there's a vagina museum in London, and they said they opened because you guys did the penis museum in Iceland. Did you know that?
Yeah. Actually, they people have been saying to us for years, mostly women. So, a penis museum. So why not a vagina museum? And we usually answer, well, a penis museum is pretty easy. It's an easy appendage to get off. With a vagina museum, like the way that we do the penis museum, that would be a lot more work, actually.
That's what I pictured and thought too. I said, how can they do that?
That's a good analogy, actually.
Well, okay. I mean, it's. Okay.
You have to have more displays than they do, right? I mean, they have to be
Is it a contest?
No, well, it is a penis museum.
So
it yeah. I mean, do you know much about their museum versus your museum? Do you guys keep in touch?
I'm missing a little bit of the audio there. I don't even.
Oh, do you guys keep in touch with the Vagina Museum and kind of like do things like joint things or anything?
Well, we've done a couple of shout outs, but from what I heard, they actually they closed down during COVID, from what I've heard.
Oh, and you guys stayed open the whole time?
No. We closed, but we were basically able to get by. I mean, it was tight, but we made it happen, and we really believed this. And the penises kept coming in, even though that we were closed down. I mean, people are always, seem to have penises that they want to donate.
So wait, now see, that was one of my questions. So do people send you penises?
Yes, yeah.
Well, how does that work?
We've gotten quite a few from the U.S. actually.
So it all animals, right? Okay, but you do have some Homo sapien penises in the museum.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the audio. The audio is a little low.
I'm working on that one. Okay,
right.
so Thordur, you can let me try this. You get penises from not just animals. You have people penises too, right?
We currently have only 2 human penises, though, but it's 99% animals. So, yeah.
Okay. So the premise is you have the penises of different animals from like all around Iceland. Is that how it started?
That's how it began. Well, if I'll go into the short of how it began, if you guys like me to.
Sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Our founder, he was a headmaster at a middle school in a small town in Iceland, and that town at the time had like a booming whaling industry. And he spoke to his colleagues about how back in the day everything from the animal was utilized, but wasn't at the time. So kind of to make fun of him, some of them worked at a whaling station, and the only thing which wasn't used from the whaling station was the penises of the whales. So they brought the penises to him, and this became an ongoing joke. And he had a growing collection, and for him, a joke developed into a passion, and he began collecting. And he decided he was going to get every species of the Icelandic mammal fauna. But before he was able to finish that, his wife said, no more. You can't keep the penis at the house anymore, because the living room was getting filled with, jars with penises.
So his wife was basically a cock block, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, I've met her. She's an extremely understanding woman,
literally.
But, yeah.
So
oh, that's great.
So hold on a second. So he starts out, and he's basically got this is so difficult. He's got a living room full of penises, and his wife just says, we can't have any more. I mean, were there pictures? Do you have pictures of that, of his like living room full of penises in the museum?
Sadly, I do not. That would have been such a great showpiece. I've asked him about it, and he says like, I'm sorry. It would have been a great showpiece. Yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. So people were giving him whale penises. And I'm going to ask that question: Is a whale penis as big as I think it is? I mean, we're talking like 2 or 3 feet or something.
We have one average-sized adult sperm whale penis, and it's about 5 feet 7 inches.
Jesus Christ!
What do you keep? What's that kept in?
It looks like he's having trouble. So where do you keep a 5-foot whale penis in?
I mean, is it preserved in like formaldehyde, or is it like taxidermy?
Yes.
Where it's okay? I see. So like a large jar.
Yeah. Well,
so to speak.
You guys are going to hate me for this joke, but we began with taxidermy, but we found that there was not a lot of experience with taxidermy, just the penis. So we always lost a few inches and a little bird. And that's not good when you're in the penis business.
No guy wants to hear that, by the way. So.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we ended up putting them in formaldehyde. Also, we should have them a longer lasting, there. If we, change the formaldehyde regularly, I mean, that could give us, 30 years up to a century. Sure. So.
And plus, it looks like originally, like it did when it was obviously, cut from the animal. So it's more representative of what it looked like back then versus, Makes sense.
Okay, so when people send you, when people from America, whatever country, send you penises, what kind of animals are they? What kind of penises are they sending you?
Interestingly enough, people mostly send us penis bones. All land predators have a bone in their penis, so we get a lot of penis bones. But we've also gotten actual, the flesh and everything. It's a lot of raccoons. You guys seem to kill a lot of raccoons over there.
That's the first thing that came to mind.
And I think we have a red fox as well, and I believe we have one otter.
So you guys have over 200 penises right now, right?
We are actually closing in on 400 now.
400? Okay, so I have to ask this. One of the penises is a polar bear, right?
Yes.
What kind of person did you hire to cut a polar bear's? I mean, hold on. I want to get this question right, okay? So a polar bear dies, right? Do you call somebody up and say, "Hey, do you guys have any polar bears? And can somebody cut his penis off?"
Well, no animal has ever been killed or castrated for its penis, though. That's against our policy. It's mostly beached whales, which have already passed. Our founder actually went around the country and talked to about every coastal farmer in Iceland and asked if a whale beaches here, can I come and claim its penis? And with regard to the foreign breeds, it's a lot of hunters, sportsmen. I believe one lady in the U.S. she hunts herself. She is she's going to donate a deer that she hunted herself and ate, and everything. So basically no animal has ever been.
Yeah, I mean, we were going to say we assume they're not the animals are not being killed specifically for that. It's for another reason, and then just in an ancillary way, you're asking for their member after the fact. So it's not like killing an elephant for its tusks or something, which is terrible, of course. Yeah. So
of course.
It's killing an elephant for its penis.
Yeah.
So
wait, do you have one of those?
Yeah. Do you have an elephant penis? That's a good question.
Yes, we do.
Oh my God. Okay. So do most? See, this is what I figure would be perfect for a woman, right? She could get all her anger out by cutting a penis off and sending it to somebody. So
that's how they have the two male penises, human penises.
Well, here's my question. I mean, so I think in the United States it's illegal to send like a body part in the mail. So how are they? Is this through like a medical service, or like how are they sending? You can't send it through like UPS or something, or are they sending it like in dry ice in a cooler, like a styrofoam cooler? How are they getting this to you?
Well, you can send like an animal part from a past animal in dry ice.
Okay,
it's possible to do that. We've spoken with FedEx in the U.S. about that.
Oh, I see. Okay,
and also like if the donator would initially put the organ in formaldehyde and dry it out, you basically have pretty much inorganic matter after that. It's
I see. Okay.
Totally solidified, and you could send it that way.
Gotcha. Okay, understood. Thank you.
Okay, so here's my thing. So when a whale beaches and somebody calls you up, a farmer calls you up and says, "There's a whale." Do you go out? Have you gone out and cut a whale's penis off? Are you the guy?
No, I'm not the guy.
He delegates. He doesn't these.
So
yeah, we have a very specialized surgical team for that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are you? Hold on a second. Now you guys can't see this, but I can see Thordur is laughing right now. So you have a group of people. You have a group of people that go out and will cut the penises off. That's their job.
No. I mean, this happens maybe once a year or something. We're not even that. So yeah.
So are they mostly?
But our founder was quite prolific, back in the day.
So I like prolific. I love that word. Okay.
So are you a scientist? He can't hear me at all.
I can't. I don't know how this works.
Matt, you have to speak. You have to speak for me.
Thordur, are you a scientist? I mean, is that how you're part of this?
Well, no. I actually married into it. I I majored in biology though in junior college, but I then went into theology actually. But then I, met a lady and She happened to be the granddaughter of the founder of the Icelandic Phallological Museum.
Oh, nice.
It's not the kind of job you apply for.
Sure. Yeah. You definitely have to marry into it or come into it by happenstance. It seems it's not something that's a career path trajectory, but it's interesting nonetheless, for sure.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I can tell you.
Okay, so I love that this is so basically since you've opened up, you kind of claim that you've kind of opened up the study of phallological study
Phallological.
Okay, to people and now people actually use your museum to help study the penis. Is that right?
Yeah, we've had quite a few marine biologists and scientists, especially from the U.S. and Denmark, who have come and studied our penises.
That again, everything you say is the greatest thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
So when you said there's a bone in like some of the predators' penises, I always thought the penis was a gland. I didn't think there was any bones in that. So that was a new one that I've heard. I think with humans.
Yeah,
right?
it's I think it's basically every land predator except hyenas and humans, of course.
Interesting.
Oh, I did not. Yeah. I was just going to ask if we have a bone in our penis. I have no idea. I know nothing. No, I know nothing about anything. So that's kind of cool. All right. So true or false, Thordur? The founder got a bull's penis as a gift as a child. Is that right?
He was always sent to the countryside when he was young, and young people, and just when you were gathering sheep back in the day in Iceland, they used a bull penis pizzle, which was like just a dried penis bull that you would use to lightly whip the sheep if you would need to. But later he lost that pizzle, but it was actually the first donation to the museum was this bull penis pizzle. Then following that, he got the whale penises from the whaling station.
Wow. Okay. So this is kind of strange because we're in America, so we don't think about it like this. But if you're herding sheep, you use a bull's penis to whip the sheep. Is that what you're saying?
Well, 150 years or 100 years ago, that was quite common, but today, no way.
Well, yeah, with PETA and everything, you're not doing any of that stuff, right?
But you guys didn't have like sticks. I feel like if I was gonna whip a sheep, the last, I mean, I don't know, like the first thing I would think of is like a stick. No,
you just get a border collie.
But the last thing I would think of is using the penis of an animal to whip a sheep. That seems unique.
Strange.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So strange. Yeah. Yes.
Well, we were extremely isolated. I mean, we were in the middle of nowhere.
Sure.
And funny enough, the trees here in Iceland you're not able to build anything with them. The wood is pretty much unusable. So we were totally reliant on foreign wood to build houses and tree and boats basically.
Huh,
so
interesting.
People wouldn't waste the wood on a stick pretty much if they were. Yeah.
That's
interesting.
See, that's interesting because I was going to ask because when I read the kind of the what was going on in the museum and how your founder had a bull's penis as a child, the first thing I thought of is, did you guys not have Legos? Like, was that like, is a bull's penis like the perfect gift for a kid? But okay, that kind of makes sense now. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, I didn't realize because it's funny. You look at Iceland, and Iceland is a small island. I mean, it really is pretty small, and it's kind of out there in the middle of everything. And it's kind of interesting that you guys have kind of your own thing and using everything. That's pretty neat, man. I like that.
That's yours.
Well, it used to be like that, but today I think we really with the British and later American occupation here in the Second World War, that really brought us into modernity and really upped the life standards here. So that was definitely a good thing.
So have you yet to be invited to the Vagina Museum in London? Has that invitation happened yet?
No, it never materialized, and it doesn't look like it's ever going to happen. So
that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would they not invite you there and you invite the curator of their museum to your museum? Because that would make perfect sense.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, that's
It's
a
not
pretty good question. I think, I hope there wasn't any animosity. I mean, it was not on our part. So.
Yeah, Mark, we can hear you. Go ahead. Ask a question.
Can you hear me?
Thordur, can you hear Mark now? Go ahead. Try it again, Mark.
Can you hear me?
I cannot hear Mark.
Wow, that is so
it's
weird.
just me.
Yeah, it is.
It's okay. I've been ignoring him for months. It's okay.
That is I don't know how to do this. That is so weird. Okay, so
Normally we test this before a show starts.
We'll just translate Mark.
we had some technical difficulties.
We'll relay Mark's questions to Matt, and Matt will present them to.
I swear to you that I have this up
Thordur.
loud enough that everyone should be able to hear.
His
everything.
loss on the start of the show.
Okay. So Thordur, do you guys have when you guys when somebody comes in to your museum and you usually want to grab them like right away, what's the first thing that they see? What is that thing that you say like they walk in the door and we want to capture their imagination? What's the first thing somebody sees when they walk in your museum?
Well, the first thing that they see is a giant, penis-shaped totem pole with like a Viagra pill carved on it. That's the first thing you're going to see when you walk in.
Are you?
So you have a sense of humor. That's good.
Well, we try to be.
And ED is no joke, by the way. But just FYI. So, but you got to have a little fun with it. So
Okay. So people walk in, they do that. Now, do you guys have like, I don't know, like interactive displays that people can play with?
Well, kind of, but not in the way that you think. We have touch screens where you can get some more information, but we strive to be tasteful. We don't have any like wriggling penises or something that somebody can get to move around. Like I say, we strive to be tasteful, and we try to have at least the veneer of being like scientific and informative, but it's
Sure.
tongue in cheek.
Sure. So I guess a simple question is, what's like your admission charge? Like what do you charge? Like what would it be in U.S. dollars?
I think at the current exchange rate, it's about, I guess, 16 US. Yeah.
$16. And how long does it take? Like if I went to the museum, like how long would it take me to see all the exhibits from beginning to end for me to like leave? Just if I just stayed at one for like a couple of minutes just to peruse it, so to speak, and then how long would my experience last for?
Well, I mean, occasionally people go briskly through, basically look at everything, and it takes them about 20 minutes. But I'd say on average, the time is about 40 minutes to an hour. But if you're like super enthusiastic about the subject, I mean, people have spent the entire day with us.
Gotcha. I mean, I feel like I'd be pretty enthusiastic, right? Like it would be interesting. Okay, so you got your thing that grabs everybody. What about you? Like, what is your like when you think about it? Like, I can't believe I'm going to say this to somebody, but what's your favorite penis out of all the penises?
Your favorite
Of all the
exhibit. Your
penis
favorite.
that we have?
Your favorite exhibit. Yeah. Your favorite exhibit.
Well, I don't want to pick favorites, but our walrus is always gets a really good reaction.
Really?
I think.
Walrus.
So okay, so what's special about a walrus penis?
Well, I mean, you see this, great big, quite ungraceful animal, and unexpectedly, it's kind of almost like hilarious.
Wait, so a walrus has a funny penis? Oh man, we lost Thordur's sound, and this time it is not my fault. I don't believe it's my fault.
No, I think I heard something glitch out on his end of it. So.
Oh no.
Nope, I think he's talking to somebody on his end.
Oh no, we cannot hear Thordur, and he cannot tell us about the beautiful walrus penis.
Well, he can't hear me.
Yeah, I have no idea. Listen to me. I have no idea. So this is so funny. While Thordur is getting ready to do this, okay, hold on. I think I can. I might be able to do this. Hold on a second. Let me try this.
I want to go back there.
I want to go back to this.
Go back to
You could do anything. Oh man, this is the problem with talking to people from Iceland, right? I guess they're so far away.
Yeah, anything could happen. Anytime.
Oh man,
happen,
yep. So I have no idea why we cannot hear Thordur right now.
Well, he took his headphones off, so
I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so I think it's funny that Mark is switching. He's going back and forth to different things, and nobody can hear him. Yeah, and
Mark, you've been muted.
but
Hey.
Can you hear us now, sir?
Do you hear me?
Oh, yeah, you're kind of bouncing in and out.
Can you hear us?
I'm bouncing in and out.
Yep.
Oh, there you
We
go.
hear you. Okay. Great.
There you go.
Great.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Okay, so we were talking about a walrus penis, and I don't want to get off of that subject. Did I almost say I don't want to get off the walrus penis?
Wait, what's the difference between a walrus and a narwhal?
You always say that.
The narwhal has that long one tusk. I always got those two confused.
That's not the
A
penis.
walrus has like 2 tusks.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But a narwhal penis, you would think that would be impressive too, because it looks like a walrus. It's similar.
Do you have do you have a narwhal penis?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ted, I am really impressed.
yeah, how are people? How many people do come to the museum every day? Because I feel like if I was in Reykjavik, there is no way that I would not spend at least an hour at the penis museum.
I would absolutely go there.
Yeah.
Among other places, of course.
So
I'd say we get about 250 a day.
A day. That's
200?
impressive.
Oh
my God.
That's impressive.
wait a minute, and these are tourists, right? Because
Or
I
just
mean,
anybody.
once the people in Reykjavik have seen it, do a lot of people come back?
so. We mostly tourists coming back,
Yeah.
but it's what transit tourists mostly. I mean, it's people you come by once. You have to check out the Penis Museum at least once.
Sure.
But I mean, sometimes people wait 5-6 years and come back, and then we've added a bunch of new stuff. So
So it's like going to a place for the first time, even though they've been there before, because you've upgraded it and
yeah, we've actually
Change your
relocated
exhibits.
now 3 or 4 times, and we've always improved, I think.
that's good.
Nice.
And I'm sorry, how long have you been in business for overall?
We opened in '97, so
Okay.
25 years.
That's very
now.
successful. Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
and you know what? I completely forgot to ask, Thordur. Like, what is your job at the museum? I completely forgot to ask that.
I am a head phallologist, and I am the COO, and I basically run the exhibit. All the presentation of the phalluses and gathering and presentation of the current information.
And what are your hours? What are your museum hours on a daily basis? If you don't mind me asking.
We're open 10 till 7 every day.
Every day. Okay.
10 in the morning, 7 in the evening.
Gotcha. Okay.
So is there a board of directors that you work with?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Is there a board of directors or others that you work with at the museum?
Yes, there is. There is actually. It is basically all the shareholders of the Penis Museum. They are very active in giving in their input and everything. So
Wait a minute. Are you saying that we can buy stock in the
No, I was
Penis
gonna say,
Museum?
I was going to say, are you publicly traded or is this a private held venture?
it's a privately held.
I
venture.
see.
Oh, that sucks. There is nothing I wanted more than to own a few shares of a penis museum.
So I want to tell you just real quick on an off topic, just real quick. I want to tell you a funny penis story, but it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with the penis being displayed publicly, but it was almost close. So
Privately.
back in the 90s, in the 80s, there was a famous case where a woman caught her husband cheating here in the United States, and she cut off his penis. She cut off his penis and she threw it, in the yard or wherever it was. And they were able to find the penis and reattach it to this gentleman. And he actually made a pornographic movie. His name was John Bobbitt, by the way. I don't know if you've heard of him, but you can Google that.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. So, but that was like a very famous, getting castrated type case. And they reattached his penis. And by the way, I did see the porno with him, and it did work. It did work. God
He's
bless
from
him.
Greenland, not Mars. Everyone knows about that.
Some people don't know. It's an old case. It's back from the early 90s. So,
Okay, with that thought in mind,
Yeah.
Thordur, I've been married for like 30 years, and I don't use my penis anymore. Can I just donate it to you? Is that something that I can do?
Yeah, you could, but it's something that's discussed with your family, and with getting it to Iceland, and it might be difficult.
It's a team decision,
human organ
man.
is always
Yeah.
a bit more.
Well, plus with all the dust on it, you might have a hard time seeing it. So you have to get a professional cleaning team to remove the layers of,
No, I'm just saying. So has anybody? Okay, so here's the next question for real. Has anybody ever donated or sent a person's penis to you that they're just like, hey man, I found this or whatever? Do you get stuff like that?
Well, our first penis was actually from a fairly well-known 95-year-old Icelandic, I guess you would call him a womanizer, who he thought that he had a great penis, and he wanted to, give it like. He, by the way, claimed to have bedded over 300 women in his time, but yeah, he wanted to.
He wanted to spread. He wanted to spread the wealth. I see. Yeah,
so he wanted to donate it.
Yes,
donate it when he
but
died.
Yeah, he took care. He spoke with a doctor, and he, had like strict instructions on that. It would be like preserved and gotten
after he passed away, obviously. So,
after he passed away.
So basically he donated his body to science, and that particular appendage went to you folks.
That what?
So.
I mean, think about what that's like. You have to be so proud. That would be the greatest. That'd be the greatest thing in the world. Like, and somebody walks in from his family and it's like, oh, there's Grandpa's penis. Oh my gosh, that's wow. I'm just so happy to be part of this family.
Everybody go talk to Grandpa.
Yeah.
I think he didn't have any children though.
Oh wait, 300
that he knew of.
300 women and he had no children. You know what?
I
think that was kind of. I don't know, man. Okay, so let me ask you this, Thordur.
Yeah.
Do more guys or girls come into the museum?
Girls.
That's exactly what I figured. That's what I figured. Now, also, and here's the weirdest part, because I thought about this. Do a lot of families come in?
Quite a few, actually. It's we like I say, we strive to be tasteful, and our approach is like comparative biology and zoology. So, I mean, you can go there with your kids, but like I say, it's tongue in cheek. So, we go up to a line, but we don't cross it.
Yeah. So like I said, it's not like, obviously it's not pornographic. It's for scientific purposes. Right. So it's not age restrictive. So like anybody is admitted. It's not like children under the age of 5 can't come in, because it's more informative. Because it's educational. It's a museum.
Yeah, that's our approach. But there are no children going into the museum which are not with their parents.
Sure,
basically.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm sure everybody wants to know this. Are there? So I'm thinking about animals. Like I'm thinking about like really big animals with really small penises and really small animals with really big penises. What do you got for a really small animal? But you would go, oh my God, how does that thing have a penis that big?
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. I know that we don't have a porcupine, but a porcupine is small and has a huge penis, from what I hear. But
well, it would have to, right? Because it's got the spikes, right?
The quills,
right?
Quills.
So the female penis would have to be far away. So that kind of makes sense to me. Okay, so what about an animal that is really big, and you would think like this thing has a ridiculous 5-foot penis, and it's got like a much smaller penis than you would think. Anything like that?
Well, how big do you guys think a gorilla's penis is?
Inches wise, okay. Well, I did do some research. So the average male penis in the United States, not flaccid but erect, supposedly is between 5.75 inches and about 6.2 inches erect for the average male penis. So I'm going to say
thank God.
I'm going to say the gorilla. I'm sorry, by the way. I'm going to say gorilla. I'm going to go 13 and a half.
Yeah, I was going to go a foot.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Yeah.
Erect, not flaccid.
I think it's between 1 and 2 inches.
Really?
Erect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Come on. Dude, are you telling me that a gorilla has a how? What?
I would never tell it that to its face, by the way. Because they're 6 times stronger than a person, right?
Oh, my God. That is...
I did not know that. That's fascinating.
That's incredible. Okay, so let me ask you this. Do some people just come in and like they kind of like have an idea, and do people just like when they see something, are they like freaking out? Are they like, oh my God? You get a lot of that?
Well, that happens maybe once a year. I mean, we're getting almost 100,000 people a year, so there's always somebody. But yeah, maybe once or twice.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So is your museum set up like a traditional museum that if we went to a museum here at the Field Museum where they have like a snack shop, a gift shop?
You have like a food court? Do you have you sell souvenirs there?
Yeah, we have all of that. We have a gift shop with I think over 300 penis themed items.
Gotcha.
And also we have a phallic themed bistro which we specialize in penis shaped Belgian waffles.
Okay.
And
Oh, so there's
beer,
food and beer. Oh, nice. Okay.
I want a T-shirt, by the way, so I'm gonna Zell you. So just give me your.
Wait a minute. So if we come in there and we're like we bring our family and we're gonna grab something to eat, you have penis shaped food?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I am going to Iceland. I don't even understand how people couldn't. So all right, so let me ask you this: I kind of dumb lucked into this and just found your museum. What kind of? I mean, this seems like the greatest thing on the entire planet. And as far as I can tell, you are the only museum in the world to be a penis museum. I mean, is it easy to market this? I mean, do you find people are people coming from all over the world? Do they say like they're here for this to come see this?
Well, occasionally people say that, but I think, when you're in Iceland and you hear that there's a penis museum, you think, come on, you have to go. It's the only.
I would think that too. By the way,
For sure,
so
yeah.
I would think that too. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that is.
But I have to say, I have never. We've been doing the show a long time. That Matt and Ted, right?
That's not my real name, by the way.
They've been
go
a long
ahead,
time.
go
I've
ahead.
never seen Matt so more excited to have you on the show. It's incredible. He has not shut up about it since he learned about your museum.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
In a very good way. He's just so. Matt, honest to God, you're so interested. You're like, this is unbelievable.
I would be fascinated to visit that museum.
This is
among other things in Iceland, of course. So.
Okay, so
I mean, if you guys ever come over, I mean, come on, I'll walk with you around and show you the highlights. Yeah.
That sounds like a dream come true.
I was just talking to Matt before the show, and he said it's like a 5-hour flight.
What is the weather like what's the weather like in January?
Well, right now it's actually pretty nice, but we have pretty mild winters, but the summers aren't exactly hot here.
Okay.
All right. Golf courses, lots of golf courses in Iceland.
A few of them. I mean, if you can take the wind, I mean, yeah. Okay, golf.
Yeah. I can take anything. All right. So let me ask you a question. So say I'm going to start collecting penises. Okay. Like, I mean, and it seems like a thing. What would be a good penis for me to start with? What's a good thing for me to start my penis collection?
Well, being as though you're in the U.S., I guess a raccoon penis bone.
So, also known as roadkill, by the way,
Or
which
a
is pretty
squirrel.
common. Which is pretty
Squirrel.
common. Yeah, squirrels, they're everywhere around here. We can't get enough squirrels, so yeah.
Okay, so I mean, and here's the thing. Am I going to need any special tools to collect a penis?
Well, you're probably going to need a knife, and if you are going for like smaller, like rodents and squirrels and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know, just to have a knife and make sure to get the entire thing, and just put it in formaldehyde.
Or just send it.
Yeah. So I was going to say, when you cut off the penis, are you talking about the testicles too, or just literally the penis and not the testicles?
Well, we always try to get the entire penis, the scrotum, and the testicles.
Gotcha.
What about?
For some reason, I need to read the charts here, so I'm going to get.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to walk over a bit. I'm sorry, guys, about this. I don't know why this is happening.
No worries.
No, that's okay. All right, listen, it's Iceland. I mean, we're calling from far away.
What about bird penises?
No. Yep. Do you have any?
Birds have penises, right? I don't know.
I have no idea. How do birds reproduce? Thordur, what do you think? Do birds have penises? Do you have any bird penises?
Not exactly. Well, we have one mallard penis, but it's disputed whether it's an actual penis or a cloaca. It's like it's more of a glans.
Oh wow! So it sounds ambiguous. Yeah, I like that. So we don't really know.
It's in dispute, but most birds only have this cloaca. But it's some people say that ducks actually have a penis.
Okay.
See, now I heard the seahorse. The male seahorse can give birth spontaneously without a female. So do they even have a penis? I mean, I just read that. I have no idea. The male seahorse can actually get pregnant and give birth without a female. It's the only species of animal I've heard of.
Snakes can do that.
And I've actually never looked into that. But I have a stuffed seahorse here somewhere around the house. I don't think. No.
Okay.
You don't see a penis, do you?
Sure.
I don't.
I mean, how could you tell? Okay, so let me ask you this. So there's a lot of penises in art, okay, and like way back in the time. Do you have any like kind of art displays rather than actual penis displays? That kind of like do like art.
Yeah, we actually have art pieces in the hundreds, but we have like some pictures of some like more classical art. Romans they had no problems with like portraying the penis, but we also get like modern art a lot, quite a few. I mean, we get more than we were basically able to put up. So.
All right, so and here's the thing. I'm going to guess that because you guys are in Iceland and you have a penis museum, that the people in Iceland are pretty open with what's going on, and you've been to America already. We're much more repressed, would you say, than people were in Iceland? Do you feel like the Americans are a little bit more repressed than people in Iceland?
Okay, do you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. No. So, Thordur, would you say that the people in Iceland are a little more open about penis and sex and vaginas and stuff than America? You've been to America. I mean, I feel like we're super repressed with everything that we do. Do you guys feel like you're a little more open than we are? Oh, hold on. We're missing you on the sound, man. I love. You know what? I love Zoom. I love Zoom more than anything in the whole wide world. I really do. If I could have, if of all of our,
you want Microsoft Teams, because that's a nightmare.
No, they're all terrible. All right, so I think we're waiting once again. We're waiting on. It's no big deal. I mean, we're waiting on Thordur because he's in Iceland. That's the way life works, man. Yeah, and he's doing it from his house. Yeah, but we're looking. It's kind of
he's thousands of miles away, so it's understandable.
Yes, well, a 5-hour flight. A 5-hour flight to go to Iceland.
Which is nothing. I didn't realize it was that close. I'm shocked it was that close. I thought it was like 14 hours.
Yeah, to play a little golf.
Well, I don't know. I think.
Yeah, to play a little golf and spend a day in a penis museum.
I'm in for that.
That would be.
I'm in for that.
No, honestly, listen, I know. We left here when we were talking to Bigfoot lady. No, nothing. Oh man. Okay, so we'll get him back. We'll get him back. Right. I know we talked about. It was so funny after we talked to the Bigfoot woman, right? We stopped the show and I tried to convince the fellas that we needed to go to Hastings and go to the Bigfoot Museum.
I'm glad we weren't convinced of that because
and both
we'd be murder victims at this point.
Yeah, so that's the funniest thing. Both Mark and Ted were just like, "There's at no point will we come back alive from that." Yeah. So I thought that was
well. If we're
funny.
not alive, we're not coming back.
Well, you're going. You committed, Matt. You can't back out.
Oh no!
You were nuts.
You just have to go on your own, man.
I was. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, so
what you were thinking?
That was just pillow talk. That was just
Thordur, are you back? Oh man, it's gonna be But no. Listen, when the show ended, I spent a good half hour trying to talk you guys into going to Hastings. I did.
You were not very convincing. I was not persuaded.
It seemed like a good idea, but then it just got terrible. All right, Thordur, are you back?
Yes, man.
No? Oh man, we're trying. Okay, yeah. So at no point, but listen, we could go to Reykjavik for sure.
We could do that on a weekend. We don't even need to take time. I mean, like a Friday, Saturday.
Hours?
Yeah, that's nothing. That's like Arizona. That's like going to Phoenix.
I feel
Phoenix is 4 hours.
I feel like that would be so much fun to do, right?
I'd love
to head over to Iceland.
Yeah.
And the funniest.
Oh,
we can hear Thordur, are you back?
Yeah, I'm sorry about the sound.
Yeah, no worries.
no
worries.
Good.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
No, don't worry about it at all. Okay.
So Matt was going to ask you about Bigfoot.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we had a listener on who said that she had a Bigfoot in her backyard. If I could get you a Bigfoot penis, can I ask you this? How much would it be worth?
Well, actually,
we're talking about something fictional, by the way. So
no.
there's no right answer to that question.
It would, definitely be worth a few $100s. A walrus whale bone can fetch you about I think $150 US.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You would only give me a couple $100 for a Bigfoot penis? I feel like, number one, it's probably not real.
Well,
but
you have to do the quotation marks when you say Bigfoot penis, right?
Oh my God. Okay. So I know you guys don't have a Bigfoot myth, but you guys do have a myth in Iceland, like something. I think it's called the river worm. Is that a thing? A river worm?
There's in the east side of the country. There's a lake which is supposed to have like this giant worm in it, which haunts the lake.
Okay, do you send people over there to try to see if they can find it so they can cut it? After it dies, then cut its penis off.
We do not. Our founder acquired roughly 20 penises from like mythical creatures in Iceland, and I think we're pretty much we have enough of those. And
Wait,
See, I've got a great idea. The three idiots can go to Scotland and look for the Loch Ness Monster penis.
Yeah.
Come on, that's got to
That
be
would
worth
be awesome.
That's got to be worth more than a couple $100.
And we have a listener in Scotland right now. If we can get a hold of our listener.
Yeah, we have a listener in Scotland, at least one. Yeah. And
So here's my one question, sir. If you had to get a certain penis, something you don't have right now, what do you covet the most? Like, what would you want to get? That's real, of course, not fictitious. What's the one penis from what specimen would you want right now in your museum that you currently do not have?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a pretty good question. A few years ago, we almost got a lion's penis.
Really?
Yeah, there was an old lion which was felled off a ranch in Africa, and the rancher who shot it took off its penis and put it in his freezer and was going to send it to us. Then he went for a vacation, and two workers at his farm took it out of the freezer, thinking it was a fillet from a different animal.
No.
Yeah, they tried to cook it.
Oh my!
And they ate it. Okay, got it. Okay, so the lion penis is the next coveted appendage that you.
Wait a minute. So,
or a tiger.
Yeah,
or a jaguar, or just something along those lines.
Do we have? In Chicago, we have some great museums. We have the Field Museum, the Science and Industry Museum, amongst others. But there might be one at our museum that we don't even know of. I know that they have. Are there museums that have other animal penises that you're aware of?
As far as we know, we are like the only one which has like a large collection.
Okay.
Of these. I mean, there's a Ripley's, believe it or not, in France, which claims to have Rasputin's penis.
Okay.
But
and by the way, for those who don't, Rasputin was the priest who was like he was a counsel to the Tsar of Russia, who was batshit crazy, of course. And I think they tried to kill him like 5 times, and they finally killed him off. And supposedly his penis was like about 14 inches, which is about 8 times the size of mine. But I'm alive and he's dead, so I win.
Oh my God, that is okay. So listen. That's not what it's about. So let me ask you this: we talked about it. You talked about briefly about having different things that you sell at the museum, as far as when people come in, souvenirs and stuff. Be more specific. What kind of things? If I come in there and I wanna have a memento from my trip to the Penis Museum, what kind of things can I get?
Well, for instance, it is holiday season. You can get like a penis sock or a willy warmer, as it's called.
Nice.
It's very practical for winter.
What about a penis shot glass?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we
That's
have
an easy one.
We have shot glasses with basically our logo on it, and we also have like a penis-shaped shot.
T-shirts. Is there an online store?
I want that.
That's a good question. Can we go? I mean, because right now there is nothing.
Can I Zell you after this show and just get whatever?
Yeah,
I'll Zell you.
Is there an online store?
Yeah. There's at this point.
Do you have a website,
yeah,
sir?
I want to get online and I want to buy some penis museum stuff, can I do that?
We actually discontinued with our web store during COVID because, just shipping rates went through the roof. And we're nice to we're in the middle of nowhere. It's like probably the most expensive shipping, in the world.
I'll pay for it. It's okay. So just after the show's over, whatever your address is, I'll pay for it. It's okay.
Well, you tell you what, send me an email after the show, and we can easily work something out. But just the maintenance of web store, there's so little friction with that, but we can definitely work something out.
No problem.
I can show you our collection, and yeah.
Oh my!
Excellent. Thank you.
We'll make it happen.
All right. So people around the world, and you probably know this, people around the world eat penises. I mean, it's that's not what I was getting at. But in China, they have penis stew, penis soup. I was looking online, and there is Instapot recipes for penis. There's stir-fry. I literally found a recipe, stir-fry penis and basil. Do you guys have like a cookbook, or do you guys like have food where somebody can get a common penis that you have a bunch of? Do you guys have like food where you're going to eat penises?
Well, no, but maybe 100 years ago, people actually, during hard times, they ate fermented or sour ram testicles.
What?
Fermented sour ram testicles is what he said.
Oh, wait, we have, don't we have that? What do you call it when you eat a bull's, what's it called? Rocky Mountain oysters. We have that. I
can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, I know there's some tribes, for example, in the Amazon that they will eat. I mean, it's called, obviously cannibalism, but the point is they'll eat the deceased, including their penis, for for powers because
Matt's
it's supernatural.
Matt's always telling me to eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah, so, yeah.
That's your favorite line. Eat a bag of dicks.
And obviously, you haven't done it because you're still talking.
No, yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, you guys don't have like things that you can eat so that
Well, he said they have waffles.
Yeah, but I mean that's shaped like it. So you guys don't actually have like penis foods at all.
In the museum? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. So have you? Okay. So here you're the penis museum guy. You go around the world. I mean, I'm sure you've been all over the place. Have you ever had anything? Any penis foods?
Like a delicacy from another country that for example, like some countries have like monkey brains, which I don't condone, of course. But the point is, like it's like a delicacy where it's like like bull testicles or something with penis related. That's a delicacy in another country per se.
I have not actually, but I'm not young, but that's something that I guess I have to do. I mean, I guess I kind of have to.
See, I would figure that everywhere you go, once you tell people what you do, I feel like anybody who would have anything that has to do with balls or penises would absolutely food and eating would absolutely like be like, oh, you got to try this because it's because you're the penis guy.
Well, I've mainly been to the U.S. and Europe, so maybe that's the thing. But I've only been working here for only 7 years now. So
okay. Hey, that's what I mean. I've been working at my penis thing for a long time, but I mean that's got to be pretty cool. I mean, when you walk around, when you go places, and people say to you, oh, a guy like you come to America, you come to Chicago, right? And you sit in a bar, you and your wife, and you run into somebody, like me, and I tell you, oh, I used to be a teacher, and now I have a job. I don't know what I do. What do you do for a living? And when you tell them, I mean, are people like totally and completely like freaked out by it?
Well, usually, often people think that I'm not, I'm
you're bullshitting them, right?
Jerking their chain, or something, making fun of them. So, but I mean, people usually seriously, they think that I'm messing with them, but then I show them the website, and people are.
Yeah, and actually, what is your website, by the way? Can you tell us? Like, I mean, I don't know what it is. Can you? I mean, so we can let our audience know. If that's okay.
It's phallus.is. It's phallus.is.
Thank
you.
It
is a bit dated now, but I expect an update in the next few weeks.
Perfect. Thank you.
And I will tell you this because it was funny. That's so funny, Teddy, because I was just about to say that. All you have to do is go to Penis Museum in Iceland, Phallological Museum in Iceland, anything like that, and you will get this because they are the most unique and only thing that has this. I swear to you, and Mark is right. When I kind of told when I found this thing, and I told everybody like, hey man, I emailed this guy and he emailed me back and he wants to be on the show. I've been dancing around, like the world's happiest whale penis.
Yeah.
I have.
I want to check it out one day. I want to check it out in person.
I'm
excited.
Yeah, I can't feel.
I want to check that out.
I feel like you couldn't not want to do that. Okay, so let me ask you this: no plans at all to add a vagina part of this? None.
No. I think we'll stay in our lane. It's somebody else has already done it, and maybe they can get it up and running again. But we'll, the penises are enough work as it is.
That is.
High maintenance. How many square feet is the museum? How large is it?
You mean like how large is the collection, or
no, the actual facility? Like how big is the museum?
The facility is 700 square meters. I'm not sure how much that is in feet.
So it's like
21,000. We'd have to translate that. I'm not familiar with the metric system. Yeah,
over 20,000 square feet. Then.
Oh, you know math.
20,000 square feet of penises.
That's pretty big. Yeah. That's big.
If anybody told you, listen to me, the greatest thing would have happened to me if I would have gone there as a child, 10 or 12 years old, and my family walks into that penis museum, I don't know if I'd be sitting here right now. I think my entire life would have a complete and total different trajectory. Yeah, I really believe that.
I agree, by the way you've been behaving the last month. So when you were in Chicago, you said you visited Chicago, right?
Yep.
Did you go to any museums while you were here?
Unfortunately, I did not.
Okay.
We came and we attended the memorial concert for Cynthia Plastercaster. She donated a Jimi Hendrix cast to our museum. So, yeah.
Jimi Hendrix penis?
Yeah.
This is the woman I was talking about.
One of the casts, which, Cynthia Plastercaster.
Just a cast of his penis.
Okay, give us a background. Give us a background on who she is. Because a lot of our listeners might not know who she is. And I was talking to Matt about her.
And I have no idea who she is.
So Matt doesn't know who she is.
She's a lady who lived in Chicago and who kind of got was fairly famous during like the hippie scene and afterwards with I'm not saying that in a derogatory manner in any way, just but she got famous for taking casts off rock stars, and I think Hendrix was her most famous one.
Right.
So is I have to ask this: is there something special, or interesting, or unique about Jimi Hendrix's penis?
It's famous.
Yeah,
I mean it's just famous. No,
Jimi
she did. Yeah,
penis.
and she would give them to. She would keep them, right? Didn't she have she would display them on her own, right? It wasn't a public thing.
I think she had a display in New York in 2001, but it didn't. I think they had some problems with that, but she had a private collection, and she kept on taking casts her entire career.
Yes.
But I think there was only like one open display, which was in 2001.
And she's passed away recently.
Yes, just earlier this year, I believe in April.
Okay.
Wow. So do you have other casts of other famous people?
Well, no, not at the moment. There was a semi-famous pop singer from the UK who we had heard wanted to give a cast of his penis. He was taking part in the Eurovision Song Contest. That's a thing over here. I don't think you guys are familiar with that, but
no.
Yeah, we're looking to add more in the future.
So wait, so you're saying that, and again, I have a job that I don't really like, and I don't know what I'm doing. You're saying that I could make a living if I could get you some casts of some famous people's penises. Are you saying you would pay money for these? Sorry, I'm just trying to make some money.
Yeah, I mean,
He'd have.
I think
Tom Brady, Elvis, Brad Pitt. I don't know.
So I think he'd have to go back to the board of directors on this one.
in France, one of those Jimi Hendrix casts. I mean, I think she made like eight copies of the cast.
Wow.
And one of those copies of Jimi Hendrix sold for, I think it was a few $1,000s actually.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that to me. That's honestly, to me, that's a lot of money. So I could live with that. I could live with that right now. That is absolutely insane. I love the concept of that. All right, listen, Thordur, we appreciate everything that you've done and being with us on the show. So here's how we end our shows every time. And again, you're like 99% of our listeners. You've never heard the show, so I appreciate that. But what we do is we ask for the last thoughts. I will not make you go first. So all you have to do is sit back and listen for right now. Mark, we have had clearly my favorite guest of all time, and no offense to any of the other guests.
No.
Okay. But what would be your last thoughts on our show today?
The world's a big place. Get out there, and I had no idea this existed. I've always wanted to go to Greenland. I still do. I want to even more. Travel. Get out there. Search the web for interesting things like Matt just did. Matt found you. I think, travel. Get out there. The world's a big place.
I love that. And listen, and no matter what Mark says, he has the same stupid smile on his face that I do right now, just so you know.
That stupid
Well,
smile.
I'm thinking about how many people visit your museum every single day, multiplied by months in the year, and it's amazing. It's incredible what you're doing.
It really is. Okay, Teddy, last thoughts.
Yeah, Thordur, I think it's great what you're doing. I commend you for that. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I always wanted to visit that area of the world in general, but now that I've talked to you, that I'm more incentivized to come out to that neck of the woods. And definitely that would be one of the stops. And I would love to meet you in person one day. And thank you for your time today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys, and thank you for having me. But you need last thoughts from me, right?
Last thoughts from you, my friend.
We definitely want your last thoughts.
Okay. I'm feeling after this conversation that I guess I sometime I have to try a penis dish. I guess if I'm going to have any credibility as a.
I wouldn't. I would not. I would not if I were you.
No. Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to Matt.
But you know what? Matt just ate a dick the other day, so it's okay.
No, Thordur, do not listen to them. Yes, you do. Listen, everything. Listen, if somebody came up to me like after the show, and if one of the listeners sent me something and said, "Hey, there's a restaurant and they are serving any kind of penis," I would absolutely have to try it. So yes, you do have to try it.
All right.
For science.
For science.
For science. Okay. I love that. All right. So my last thoughts, Thordur, first of all, I'm going to say that Mark was 100% accurate. There is no way, shape, or form that I can tell you how much I appreciate you being on and how awesome this is. And I can tell people right now, listen, and I agree with Thordur and Mark, try something different. Do something different. Go to a different place. Be different and enjoy new things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thordur,
thank you.
Gentlemen,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
your time.
And you know what? There will never be anything as good as this. And you know what? We'll see you next week. So take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Take care as well.